This is the path, that I saw. It's a little wet. But shit, with these tires, oh my gosh. Other than, not sure how that front tire, well, that tells you it's a little loose. Yeah, it feels like it kind of, well, this is sugar sand, but let me stop. I think I hear somebody else out here. Let me stop for a second. Fucking fan. Oh, that's the worst thing you can do is stop. So I need to get more aggressive with this when you get into sugar sand. Because going slow, man, is just a recipe for disaster. I'm not sure how it's going to be with the... Oh, look at this. This is pretty interesting. With the new tire, because it's the right size and it's skinnier, so supposedly it'll track better. Let me listen. Let me just get this fucking fan, actually. What are the odds the fan's on right when I'm trying to listen to hear if I hear anybody out here? Here we go. Nothing. Perfect. Wow, pretty interesting. Looked like there was 3 big ponds, so we'll go check it out. Obviously, people come back here on like 4-wheelers or whatever. And this is some of the stuff we were doing today, not anywhere near here, but these types of trails. And the sugar sand sucks even on the 4-wheeler. It's just a bitch. You're just paddling through everything, and the machine is working so hard. But I mean, look at this. This is sugar, like this is rough. So to be able to do this even with these, with this weird front tire situation I got going on, it's pretty cool. I would not have done this with the, interesting. We'll go over there. With the, those stock Pirellis. I did a lot of crazy stuff and dirt roads and stuff, but this I would have been like, nope, it's way too deep for sugar sand. Wow, this is interesting. Yeah, this is the one I saw. One of them looked blue on the map, and I was like, wow, I wonder why that's blue. And I think it's a spring, like a natural spring, and you probably won't be able to tell on the camera because you never can tell really hardly anything on this damn camera, but it's like a turquoise color. Fuck, there's a truck. Jesus Christ, what's going on there? Thing is, they don't hear me, so by the time they realize I'm here, if they're out there, it's probably 2 kids banging or something, or whatever, who knows. By the time they hear me, it's too late. Or they get scared. I don't want anybody to get scared, and like, who knows. But man, how they get out here in that truck? Holy shit. There must be another way to access this. So I'll just buzz around a little bit. So anyway, yeah, this is a spring. It's beautiful water. Wow. That's amazing. This is what's crazy is back in the day, some guy owned all this. He had a big ranch and had this beautiful spring on his property. I don't know if the county bought it or that big developer that built all those homes, and they had to leave it as a certain amount of water runoff or something. It's crazy. What are the odds of there being a truck out here, though? But it's Friday night, so the high school kids and stuff, I'm sure, obviously somebody's coming out here. It's usually kids, teenagers. Doesn't look very traveled, though. I mean, you look at this path. There's not a lot of people going down it. I'm going to go over there so I can see the... maybe you guys can see the water. Oh, that's gonna... Hope that doesn't fall over. I don't know if you can tell. This is crystal clear, man. Except for that piece of a car bumper or whatever the hell that is. That's so weird. Like, how would that get here? That water's really clear, though. That's a nice pond. I mean, man, wouldn't this be nice to have on your property? It's nice. So when I built the barn dominium on the 10 acres that I did a few years ago, I dug a pond, and it was supposed to be a 1/4 acre. That was the limit. the rules said only, oh, look at it, here it is on the map. Not sure if you guys can see that. It's crazy. My GPS is like, what the hell are you doing? So yeah, you're only supposed to do a 1/4 acre for every 10, and since I had 10, that was supposed to be my limit. But I probably dug it closer to a 1/2 acre. Yeah, I mean, ain't nobody coming. Look at this path. There's not many people coming out here. I'm gonna stay away from that truck though, just to avoid. Man, that's some pretty high ground up there. I mean, that's 8 feet higher than this. It's beautiful out here. I see some cows. So that's somebody's land up there. That's nice pasture land. Like I said, I'm gonna go back the other way just so I don't get near that truck. That's pretty cool though, man. There's another the biggest pond that I saw on the thing is over here, I guess. Oh, there's part of it. But it's on the other side of this fence, and I don't see a way across. And that clearly looks more like somebody's property. Alright, let's go. Does great in this stuff. Like I said in the other videos, the #1 limiting factor to this bike is definitely the rider. But I think I'm getting a little better, and I think maybe getting that other tire give me a little more confidence on stuff like this, because it is heavy steering. Like I can feel it in here. Like, and it once it kind of chooses a lane, it just goes. It's hard to get it out of it. So I could see ruts and stuff like being an issue for sure. Which is kind of why, like on the street, when you hit, like people say groove, when you have aggressive front tires and you hit grooves on the street. I guess we'll go around this pond too since we're out here. Another nice pond, huh? Oh, and another one, a little one. So, you know, they say that the tires tend to track in the grooves and follow like the grooves. Some highways have like the ring grooves, I guess. So I can feel that happening here. I think it's just the width. It's just too damn wide. So we'll see. And tall and just, hey, look, a jump. What the hell? Well, there you go. If you were wondering how these tires do in loose gravel, at least the rear tire, the Tractionator Rowels, did really well in that gravel. They're around the back of this neighborhood. Let's see where this goes. Ooh, this looks sketchy, but whatever. It's so weird. I was on the 4-wheeler for hours and hours today, and we left at 10, got back at like 2 or something, 2:30. So I'm kind of almost still in 4-wheeler mode, where I'm not even thinking twice about stuff. That 4-wheeler, man, it's a Polaris 1000 mud edition, and it will just go through anything. You just can't stop it. So yeah, check out that video if you guys want to see some of that. Ooh, a little bit. I'm sure like real dirt bike guys, if any real dirt bike guys watch this video, you're just going to be like, oh my god, what is this guy doing? He's terrible. Doing everything wrong, hitting the wrong lines. I don't know. Who the hell knows? I've watched a few YouTube or like dirt bike videos and enduro videos when I was thinking I was going to get the EX. Tried to learn a little bit from them, but it seems like the biggest thing, the best thing you can do is to just keep in it, just keep getting it, you know. When you try to slow down or you get a little nervous or something like this, ooh, that's when the problems occur. allergy season. I never really even knew I had allergies. But I guess I've been sniffling a lot. I noticed on one of the other videos I was sniffling like crazy, so... Ooh-wee. This is so sketchy. And then where I mess up is I look off like at a side trail like I do on the four-wheelers. I'm always looking to see like where the next trail is and stuff. I guess I'll go this way. I haven't been up here yet. And with this being kind of sketchy, wow, look at that. I don't even know which way I came in. That's a definite four-wheeler trail there. But yeah, so like I'm cruising along and then I see a trail all to the side and I turn my whole body in my head and look that way. And I guess I have a tendency when I do that to either lean or start turning the steering wheel. So then I look back and I'm like all off track. So I'm definitely going to have to... That didn't really go anywhere. Back where we started. Definitely going to have to work on that. I'm hoping that I'll still have fun with this and make these videos, and a year later you guys will be watching like, man, look, can you believe this guy came this far? He's that good of a rider now. Remember when he started and he was total garbage? So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't even know where the hell the way in is. Was it this one? Was this the way in? Or was it up there? Holy crap. Well, shit. Man, there's paths all over everywhere around here. Okay, so it's not here, that's for sure. Man, this is sketchy. Look at this shit. Oh, that's going into the mud. I'm not about to do that. Alright, let's roll back. Don't even have to... Oh, wait. Yeah, we do. No, we don't. I was going to say, don't have to use the reverse. I was working on my... the other day, working on my spin turns, whatever you call it, where you hold the front brake, spin the back tire around real quick so you can make a sharp U-turn. Seems like the way out. I just realized the sound that I was hearing when I was coming in was my tires. It sounded like I heard like a truck or something in the background. Whoop. That's me just being a little bit nervous. And like, you know, like that's why I wanted to stop and listen for a second. Because I heard that. That was my tires. Like, so even in the dirt, in the sugar sand, they hum quite a bit. That's crazy. Well, that was interesting for me anyway. A new place. It's always cool to find a new area. You know, when I was a kid, teenager and stuff, especially early teens and all that, that place, just that place right there would have been awesome. I mean, we had a lot of stuff like that. I grew up a little bit in North Carolina and some in Florida. I was born here and basically raised here, but we moved back and forth to North Carolina a few different times. And man, I wonder, that almost looks like you could ride that through. That's tempting, huh? Gonna be through all these people's backyard. Fuck it. Ooh, yeah, we're way too close to people's backyards. Oh yeah, this isn't gonna work out. That guy didn't have a fence. So yeah, that's too sketchy. Or, well, not sketchy, but I don't want to be an asshole and just roll through somebody's backyard while they're having their Friday night barbecue. That's crazy. So yeah, so I had a lot of stuff like that. We had a lot of woods, and obviously I'm old, so we used to have a lot more. All right, wheelie time. Jesus, I got a little nervous there. I didn't have my finger over the back brake like I'm supposed to, and I put it in 80. I've been doing these in 60. Let me put it back in 60 since. There you go. I've been doing wheelies in 60 the last couple days. Like yesterday, like I said, I was running around like crazy doing all these wheelies, and I was in 60 horsepower the whole time, and I was kind of getting used to that. That's the first time I put it back in 80, and that's a lot different. I mean, it just pops up so quick. So again, hopefully you guys will be watching my videos a year from now or 6 months from now, and I'll be just wheeling down the road doing the slow wheelies and control wheelies. Right now I am nowhere near that. One of the reasons I wanted to get the aggressive tires is so that I could practice wheelies out in the fields or the grass or the dirt or whatever. And so far I haven't even really had a chance to do that. I did a couple, and it does grab, so I can do, you know, wheelies in the, especially in the harder packed, especially like harder packed grass and dirt. I could, guy's grooming his dog, that's funny. So, but I think once I get that other tire, that'll help me a little bit too, because it'll be a lot less heavy and a little more nimble, and I'll feel like I have a little more control maybe. I don't know, we'll see. So, or the alternative is I get that tire, I'm still not happy with it, and I go buy the EX. So I actually called 2 different dealers yesterday to see what they had in stock as far as EXs. So that's how on the fence I am about this whole thing. That's how close I am to getting an EX actually. Man, that 0 to 60 is just crazy. Man, that's nuts. This is, we'll go down here until the camera runs out. It'll probably run out sometime in the middle of this. But this is a crazy thing here. This guy, he's just a rich guy who likes army stuff, and he has literally tanks. He has multiple tanks and heavy artillery and stuff. Supposedly he all firing blanks and all that, but who the hell knows. But you can hear him all the time, and he'll put it, there'll be a big sign out by the road, and it says, you know, reenactment or something like that going on, so like don't freak out. And I guess he calls the local police to tell them that he's going to be doing it. So there's a nice little lake here. It's called Acorn Lake. Not really a lake, big pond, I guess. And there's some nice houses around it, but this dirt road, oh my gosh. This is pretty smooth up here, but it gets rough around the backside and everything. But it's crazy to me that people with big money will, like one of these, there's a bigger lot up here. It sold just a month or so ago. And it sold for like 1-point-something million for the freaking empty lot on this road, you know. Holy crap, with this dirt road. So I mean, it was acreage, but still. We looked at this years ago. This is 53 acres right here, and it looks down. There's a high point up there, and it looks down at the lake, and it's really beautiful. We looked at it back then. It was like 600 grand or 650 or something for 53 acres. Now it'd be a couple million. Things have just changed, you know, with COVID, after COVID, all that. It still hasn't really corrected, and it never will. It'll never go back to that, but how crazy is that? Oh my gosh. You probably could have divided it into 5 10-acre lots and made the same on each 10-acre lot. You would have quintupled your money, or whatever, however you would say that. It's pretty nuts, huh? I kind of want to drive through. There's got to be a way somewhere around here. There's got to be a way up in there. I'd like to show you guys how nice it looks from the top, but you can see all the markers and stuff. So somebody recently bought it, and they're looks like they are dividing it, and they're doing exactly that. But they got it pretty late in the game, man. They could have gotten a hell of a deal back then. But obviously, whoever did get that deal sold it to this guy, and even without dividing it, he did pretty good.